we have to grab hold of that through our faith. And faith is, in the book of Hebrews, it talks about what faith is. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, and the evidence of things not seen. So those are two mixtures. So if you think of faith as kind of two ingredients, in order to have faith, there's two things that have to go on. You have to have something that's hoped for. So what are you hoping for? What are you hoping for that you're believing for, that you're hoping and desiring for? Okay? And then the other is thing of evidence not seen. See, so if you don't see it yet, there's an evidence that it's not here yet in the real world, which means that it's not present, it's not right here. Because if it were present, it would already be, if the things hoped for were already there, then there's no need to hope, because it's a realization already of, it's already come to pass, that it's already there. So it's already been achieved. So what faith does is it's the time period between the things that we hope for and the realization of them to be brought to our lives, or to be made manifest into our lives, to be brought fully into our lives. You know, some of you are hoping for, you know, going to college. You know, that isn't, you know, isn't realized yet, but when you go to college, it becomes realized, and then when you complete it, then it is been already realized already. So those are the things that you hope for in advance of those things that are coming, that are being desired before they come into your life. And really, that's all faith is. It's not really anything, you know, supernatural. It does take endurance to continue on and to continue on in the things hoped for. If we don't have endurance for the things hoped for, what will happen is they'll just kind of die out, because some things take a little bit of time for God to do, not because He's trying to withhold anything. But what I've noticed is this, is that when the promises do come, or when the realization that the promises we hope for do come, and we get a promise from God, we have to endure for a while and have faith in it that it's going to come forth, that the hope's there. And then if we lose hope, what happens is we lose faith in that coming. If you can think of faith as it bringing it from the unrealized realm into the natural realm, into the realized realm. So basically, you could say it's something like bringing it from the future into now, okay? But realizing that it's already here, that when you have faith, true faith is understanding that what I've been hoping for, what God has promised me and I've been hoping for, I already have it. It's already in possession of it, because He's already promised it to me. So I don't have to worry about the time. I don't have to worry about when it comes naturally, because spiritually, or in the realm of spiritualness, I already have the promise. So I've already been guaranteed it, and I don't have to worry about it. It's here. So think of it as this. It's at Christmas time that as that your spouse, your wife, your children, whoever, that somebody close to you, that you know, they've asked you what you want for Christmas. You're kind of giving them hints about what you want for Christmas and things like that, and they kind of picked up on it, so they know what you like, what you want. So what you can do now is just hope for it, that you made it clear to them that they know what you want for Christmas, and that they're going to give it to you. Now they may pretend like they're not going to give it to you, you know, like I give my kids sometimes a hard time, you know, whether or not, because I don't want them to. Sometimes I don't want them to know if I got it for them or not. I want them to be surprised. So, but God wants us to know that He's given it to us, and that's why He gives us a promise. He says, now I want you to hope for it until it comes to pass. And so we can be assured that God's promises are true, that He doesn't lie, that that His promises are going to come to pass, and we don't have to really doubt that and fear that. Now, circumstances will try to make us believe that God's promises are going to come into pass, are going to come to pass, and that He is not going to do what He said He would do. But see, that's our circumstances trying to talk to us. And again, we don't believe in circumstances. If we tried to build doctrine around circumstances, we would all go crazy. And that's why hope, the Bible talks about hope, that it's an anchor, and that it's a hope, that it's an anchor for our soul, so we don't get tossed to and fro from different things, that are going on around us and going on in our lives. That we can be assured that first of all, that God has good out for us, that He will do what He said He would promise, and that we can hope for things, and that God will give us that hope. Now, so why does it take sometimes God for a while for those things to be realized? I've learned that the longer that you have to wait in the natural, as far as the actual promise coming to pass, has to really do with the fact is that God is preparing you for it. If it's something big that you've been hoping for, He has to kind of work on you to make sure that you can really sustain it, and that you can hold on to it and really kind of treasure it, and be good stewards of whatever it is that you're hoping for. Hold on a second here, please. Right. So, what I want to tell you is this: is that God is not punishing us, or doesn't want us to have those kinds of things, in our life. What He's asking for us to do is He's asking for us just to hold on and wait, and keep up the hope. Sometimes He's building endurance into us, so that He's working inside us to give us a bigger capacity to understand how much He loves us, and to wait for it. Sometimes we need to wait for circumstances to work out, that God's got a plan, and He has to work out a couple of things. And in particularly, He has to work on us, and then He'll orchestrate situations to come about so that it starts to manifest in your life. Some people have to wait for spouses, for somebody to come into their lives to be their husband or wife, the one that is the true one that God will bring, not the one that you bring, that you want, as far as you think that that's the person for you. You don't know that person at all. God knows that person. God already has a specific person for you. So I want you to be encouraged that God is to dream and to hope. Don't be discouraged about what you see and what you don't see around you. Be encouraged that whatever it is that you're hoping for, and that whatever it is that you've asked God to help, you can be encouraged that He has, that He is a good God, and that He loves you, and that He will make it come to pass. Okay? So, I want you to be discouraged about anything like that. Okay? So, in any case, thank you for tuning in, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.